welcome to Day in the Life of the Aboriginal on LostPhoenixWolf. Welcome to my channel. Today is still August 20th. This is the second video I'm going to do for my viewers. So as you can see, I'm sitting in my room doing a video log for my viewers because our bike crashed a few days ago. Well, 2-3 days ago, whatever it is. I'm losing track of time and dates and just sore. Sleeping more and doing a lot less than I want to do. I want to be on bike. I want to be out there and getting the fresh air and getting video logs out there in the woods or parks or whatever, other than my room. But I'm going to be here. I'm probably going to be here the next 9 to 10 more days doing video logs for my viewers. What can I really say about that? You know, crashed my bike and I'm in pain. You know, my legs are sore and I can't just jump on the bike next day and say I'll be all good. But the start of one video yesterday, it will show a picture of my leg, and I actually even showed the picture in the video of my leg. And I know it wasn't completely cleaned up, but I mean, I'm doing the best I could to clean it up. It's sore to even touch. It's half as bad now. I mean, I'm doing what I can, but I don't want to open up the wound, and you know, I don't want to have to go to the hospital and wait there for friggin' like 10 to 20 hours just for you know, stitching, when I can just let it heal by myself and keep it clean. Now, I've done this stuff myself. I've done a lot of this first aid stuff even before I did the first aid training, because my grandmother was in World War II, and she was a nurse, so she firsthand had to do a lot of different wounds. I'm gonna see if my camera's actually recording just for the hell of it. I wonder, can I go there? Yeah, I can go right there. Alright, it's faster. Oh man! Yeah, I'm recording, guys. So, oh! Yeah. So she was firsthand doing first aid on different people over the war, I guess I'm going to say. My brain's not working well these days. I smacked it pretty hard on the ground. And she said there's a lot of when there was that, there's not really that much technology then, and medicine and ideas to fix things. Like a big, you know, gash like this or even bigger, they would amputate the legs. Like, wow, that's bad. But there's, you know, other ideas to saving the leg, and then spend a little bit of time, and then, you know, getting that leg up and going, and actually getting this person walking within days, and then getting them back out on the field to fight that war. She told me like a lot of different ideas to like clothing, gauze, to pads back then. They had weird pads back then that were thin, but not as thick as today. To even your dead buddies, a graft from their skin, like a chunk from their skin sewn into yours to help seal up your wound. Your wound is really big, and this is weird. I never heard of that, but I guess that's what you had to do that back then. If you got a big gaping wound in your body, and you got a dead friend, and he ain't gonna be missing that little bit of skin to help, you know, seal up a wound in your skin. And I guess she was a real good, you know, sewer, because she did some seamstress, and she sewed pant legs when they were too long for when I was going to high school and stuff, and being dressed up for a dance and certain things. She would sew up certain things to, you know, for my shirts and my jeans, and, you know, making things more presentable for, you know, for me dancing or graduation or going for, you know, some kind of party or something like that. And she was really good at that. I mean, she learned a lot of that at a young age, and then I helped out in the field when you are out there and you're saving people's lives, and you got to, you know, sew up their wounds and stuff. And then I think it was between thread and wire, and I don't know what did they have. They probably had fish line, but probably not a vast amount of fish line. But I could probably see that, you know, being happen. So I don't know. I miss my grandma. I miss all the little stories here and there. Do I believe she's been taken before her time? No, She died more lonely though. She died more lonely. I do know that. Other people didn't really visit her, and I moved away and was busy in my life and being stupid and young anyway in my life. I should have stayed on the reserve. You know, visit my grandma more, and she remembered who I am, but she didn't always remember the date or other faces and stuff like that. And they're saying that she has Alzheimer's or something like that. I didn't really believe that. I really didn't believe it. But let's see. I forgot to actually also repeat that, but that's okay. I'll have to get up and do that anyway. She did die a little bit before her time. She died, I think, at 90 or 92 or something like that. I know she's like 5 years older than my grandpa. I think she was. Yeah, I think she was 5 years old. My grandpa now died before his time. He still had a good near 5 to 10 years, the way he was going. She died a little bit before her time. I'd say, you know, 3 to 5 years. Maybe she would live to be 100, but say she lived till 85. No, she'd be 110 right now. I mean, she probably wouldn't be living that long, but who knows? I mean, today's medicine and you know, if you keep yourself healthy and stuff like that, I mean, you can live, you know, up to 100. It all depends on your lifestyle and your eating habits and what you're eating and, you know, all this stuff. I don't really more to say on it, but I know I miss my grandma, and you know, there's other people in my life you know, that felt like, you know, like a substitute grandma or, you know, secondary grandma. I mean, there's one little lady. She's in the old town, the old town I used to live in. She's the cat lady, and she used to be like a grandma to me, and she was too kind and too nice. I mean, there's times, you know, I could you know, slowly pay up vet bills or to get these you know, good products for the cats while they're young and stuff, and she helped me out, you know, for the vet bills and some backup wet food and dry food and cat collar, whatnot, stuff like that. She's not in that town anymore. I don't know exactly where she's at. I think she's living with her daughter. She's gotten a little older now. It's been like 6 or 7 years since I last seen her, and she's got to be hell, she's got to be at least 80 something. I believe she's still alive. She was a really nice lady, and hopefully I do meet her again someday. I gotta, you know, figure out where I could call those numbers. I mean, I did a not reverse directory. I did, you know, put her name in there, and then there's nothing by her name per se, but I'm not exactly sure her daughter's name, but I could call them and then, you know, get a chance to talk to her and find out what number's what. But that's like 15, 20 of, you know, people with that name, last name. So I don't know if I really want to go through with that, but I do miss her too. I want to know how she is and how she's doing and stuff. My room's floor is a little bit mess. Everything that's on my desk gets thrown off the desk onto the floor. I can't bend down because my legs are sore, my back is sore, and the cat like looks at me weird, like looking at me and then looking at the thing, and then she goes to swat it and say, hey, don't do that. She'd look at me again, she'd swallow a bit, it's like, come on, don't do that, and then let it hit the ground, and she'd go, she'd just walk away, or she'd look for something else and knock off the desk. She knows that I have a hard time trying to, you know, bend down and pick that up, and one day I wanted to just pick her up and give her a shake, like, come on, like gently, like, would you stop that? just lovingly. I wouldn't hurt my cat. I mean, it's like, come on, would you stop that? Like, I'm sorry and I can't do that, you know? So yeah, my grandma, she wasn't always, you know, she always had a lot of stories, you know, to talk about. But she was a good lady. She was a good lady. She had a lot of good stories, and a lot of stuff are 100% truthful. In the World War II, there was like the camps got attacked by mustard gas, and she lost her sight. Her sight. She lost her sense of smell. She couldn't smell it. If she's burning something in the kitchen, she wouldn't smell it. She couldn't even do difference between like what is the one spice compared to the other spice, because there could be similarities to each spice, but she would make some really good dishes though. She made good turkey dinner. Oh, she made a delicious possum pie. I know it sounds gross, but possum pie, kind of like, it tastes like turkey. She spiced it just right, and it was delicious. Besides that, elderberry pie. She made delicious elderberry pie. She made good, good chicken. Well, we had chicken on the thing too, and they're there for so long, and then end up maybe eating their chicken. But they didn't want to really eat the chickens that lay the eggs, and it's like their pets, and they don't want to eat their pets. So even to talk about that too. I did live on their farm for a couple of years. I've been my baby years, I've been on the farm a lot. My kid years a little bit, back and forth to city and their farm, and then just starting off in another high school and moving back to the reserve and waiting for my dad's house to get built, and kind of crowded one place. So I lived at my grandfather's, getting welfare and trying to look for odd jobs and stuff like that, and living with him. But anyway, they had a farm. They had chickens, they had turkeys, they had ducks, they had geese, goose, whatever. They had swans, they had guineas, they had peacocks, they had some kind of weird laughing birds. There was even one with speckles on them and looked like they were wearing makeup. They had dogs, they had a couple cats, they had rabbits, they had pigs, they had goats. Not too sure if there was anything else. No, I mean, there was even a pet crow that lived there for a bit and would come and go. And then somebody shot it one day, and then that's really pissed him off. But I don't know. I helped out, feeding here and there, and it was not a bad life at all. It was kind of boring per se, because I really have many friends, and then people make fun because I lived on the farm, and I can't even say my nickname because now I've heard it become a cartoon in a comic book, so I can't even say that. And before the other name became a cartoon or whatever, I did a little story in high school on that, short stories and stuff. And I'm the one that created that, but I mean, I should have patented that, but I can't do that now. It's been such a long time, I can't patent that now. But living on my grandfather's farm was good. But one day, I ended up, leaving and moving to my dad's house and living there, going to school and stuff like that. I mean, there's even times I would help with my grandfather, but I was neglecting that. I should come and by and help him out, because every now and then he needed help, and he could not always have help from his sons, because they're doing their own thing and they're bad and stuff. But anyway, I might as well wrap it up and continue on the next video. If you guys like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. Make sure this video on your channel might benefit you, Please do tell your friends and family about it. Thank you for viewing this video. We'll tell me days you watch it. Hope you have a nice day. Remember, it's better to be Aboriginal than original.